All right, so Michael Cobbs said, do I have any stories behind the creation and process of creating table scraps or High Exhaulted? So table scraps table scraps is our demo. Table scraps is the songs that we sent to Bobbito originally, like we sent him Kryptonite, Camus, World Premiere, The Funnel. I don't remember what else, but we sent him like 5 or 4 songs and shit, and that's what's on Table Scraps. And then the other shit on Table Scraps is like our first few releases on vinyl, like the Always Bigger and Better vinyl shit. Shout out to Benny B, the compilation that's on ABB Records. That shit right there this year, the one that Camus produced, and me and Tage, and shout out Tage, my bro. And me, Tage, and Camus rhyming on it. That came out on vinyl. Like basically, and I came up with the title Table Scraps because it was turntable scraps. It was like all the shit that we had dropped on wax that was just kind of here and there. You know what I mean? Like Rocket Science is on that bitch. So that's kind of our demo, but I really people really love that shit. And I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not the only one responsible for the music on it, but I put the track listing together. I'm sure that the other cats in Megahertz would agree that they're appreciative of it because I didn't expect that shit to get that response that it got. You know what I mean? That's just demos. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, I love that shit too. I mean, shit, it's the music we were making. Of course I love the shit. So I love that shit to death. High Exhaulted. That came out at a time where I was a little more seasoned. I knew a little bit more about being in the studio. I wasn't used to doing solo shit, but I adjusted pretty quick, you know. Turn this fucking mic up. It seems like I need to, right? What else we got? All right, what else? Man, there's a lot of stories. I was really on a lot of Molly behind. Somebody asked me, Michael Cobbs said, do I have any stories behind the creative process behind Life and Times or any stories behind creating any song on the album? I'll tell you what, I was on Molly really like the whole album of Life and Times, for real. Like I said, my mom had just passed, and I was basically searching for happiness, and if that meant taking this drug, then so be it. So I was doing a lot of that. But I remember me and Planet Asia, shout out Planet Asia. We linked up for the first time and shit, and we went to the Bay to grab some weed because I had this cat that owed me a bunch of weed, right? So I went out to the Bay, and it was in the Tenderloin, right? So this is like basically the first time me and PA kicked it. So we're listening to music and shit. We're just chopping it up, you know what I mean? The whole time there and shit. We get there. It's the TL. We go up in the cat's crib. We go get the weed. We go back to San Leandro and back to the studio that I was talking about before, and we just roll up. And also, before this, I basically took a break from smoking weed for whatever reason. I think I was trying to like be super focused on my sophomore album, and I was like, I'm not gonna smoke weed because I want to be, you know, the best me I could be, which the best me I could be is when I'm high. And so like we're smoking and this shit's fucking me up. This is the night that we did Big Business, which ended up being on me and Planet Asia's album on Tough Gong Records. And then shout out Tough Gong. And also the song, the Crisis beat that we did that's on Life and Times. That's the same night that we did both these joints. Man, I was fucked up. I was basically at the end of the night, I had to sleep upstairs in the studio alone and shit. Like I crashed out on the floor. So I mean, there's that. But I guess you kind of had to be there.